Welcome to the live stream. Everyone who is in that waiting room, thank you for being in there. Please double tap the screen, let us know the audio is good and that the stream's strong. Just going to start off with a disclaimer that we're here today to not cause alarm, distress, harassment, or intimidation. We're not here we're not here to break the law. We're here to assembly. We're here to our rights to assemble and use our freedom of speech and to lawfully protest. So now that's out of the way, what we're doing here today, this is a slaughterhouse, guys. Today we're going to be exposing the industry that kills cows for profit margins. We're going to show you the individuals. As you're coming in the room, I want you to put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. I want you to put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. And put 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals, if you think that animals are there for you to use, exploit, commodify, and do whatever you want with.
All right, Martin, thank you for being in the room.
Hey, Martin.
Alicia, thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys.
SM Mumble, sorry if I said that wrong. Thanks for being here. Honeywards, thank you for being here too.
Amazing, guys. Double tap the screen, do all the things, hit the likes, press the heart buttons. Let's get this screen filled up.
Happy Hippie, thanks for being here as well.
Guys, we're 50 meters from the door and it stinks.
Oh, it's really bad.
It stinks already. They're killing animals here today. We're going to show you them animals. Double tap the screen. Let's get this over 100 likes as fast as possible. More likes, the more interaction, the more people in the room, the more people see the animals. I can't stop these animals going in here today, but you can stop the next animals going in tomorrow if you stay on this stream. You'll leave this stream different, by the way. Give this, oh man, it smells.
Yes, we are Happy Hippie, same location.
Give this stream 15 minutes and you will leave it a different person. Look, the camera's already moving, the camera's on us, the camera knows what's going down.
Oh, can you see if the leverage is open? Yeah, camera's on us there. We're just going to set up, guys. We're just going to get the tripod.
We're going to get set up. I'll set up.
Number 1 in
let's
the
get
comments
this
if
set
you're vegan. Number 2, if you're
over.
open-minded but not vegan yet. And number 3 in the comments, if you love animal abuse and murder, and you're one of them absolute weirdos. Okay, we just arrived. It absolutely stinks. Keep double tapping our screen. Yeah. Take that. Look, wait.
Ah, they're shutting the lairage.
Are they closing it now?
Yeah, they shut the door.
Wow, so they've seen us straight away.
They shut the door. They didn't want you to see. They didn't want you to see. Let me explain to you what happened here. That lairage is open, right? Now, a lairage, if you don't know what a lairage is, it's where animals are waiting to die. As you come in here, guys, 1, if you're vegan, 2, if you're not vegan, but you're open to the conversation, 3, if you don't care about animals. Double tap the screen. Let's like this live. Now, you are going to see animals coming in here today. We have just descended on this slaughterhouse. This is a slaughterhouse here in the UK. Now, I put this the seat up quick. I've got the camera over the side. The lairage door was open. The second the camera went up, the lairage door shut faster than I could zoom in and pick the camera up. Why is that? Why does the industry not give you, the consumer, the transparency? Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. And 3, if you don't care about animals. To give you context, this smells so bad here today because we're outside of a slaughterhouse. This is an ABP slaughterhouse. They're going to kill cows here today, and we're going to show you the victims as they come in. If you stay on this live stream, we're going to show you the reality that the industry don't want you to see. Now, as a consumer, why don't the industry want you to see it? Ask yourself these questions. 1 if you're vegan. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to this conversation and this message. And 3, if you don't care. I want to make a point of letting you guys know who are watching, by the way. We are not here to clash with you. Our intention is not to judge you, point fingers, to argue, or to stand on a pedestal and tell you you're a bad person. That would be counterproductive for the real victims, the animals inside. We're here to come alongside you, turn your head against the industry, and let you know what we know, and that's given us the education to make a better decision. Put 1 if you're vegan, and that's the better decision to make. Put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. And put 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. We need to know where you are. Let us know where you are in the world as well. Put your location down. Double tap the screen. Let's get this lights up. Animals are coming here today to die. Now, as we've turned up here, there's no trucks outside, which means that either the animals are in the lairage or they're expecting trucks to be turning up. So you're going to see stuff today that the industry don't want you to see. The cameras came straight on us when we turned up here. Let's see if security come out. Let's see how they're going to respond and react today. Double tap the live stream, guys. Let's get the likes up. What likes are we on at the moment?
We got 15 right now.
All right, we need this to 100 as fast as possible because animals are coming here today. If you go to the description of this live stream, hit the 3 dots and then press on that link at the top. It's going to take you to the Animal Aid's website. Now, under that website, in that website, you are going to see the report done by Animal Aid on this place here. This place is ABP Guildford. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan but you're open to being vegan, all the conversation around it, 3 if you don't care about animals. Double tap the screen, let us know where you are. Now listen, Animal Aid's report shows that the FSA, which is the Food Standard Agency, conducted an audit back in June 2025.
What's up, Alex?
There was major non-compliances as well as minor non-compliances. We are months down the line, and when Alex.activism, Mel and myself sat there on the FSA's website, we went through the data sets and we ran the data sets with the corresponding non-compliances. Guess what happened? Nothing had changed. Why? 1 if you're vegan, 2 if you're not vegan but you're open to that conversation about being vegan, and 3 if you don't care about animals. Put them in the chat, guys. Double tap the screen, like what's going on. In fact, if the chat's moving real fast, I want all the vegans to spam the chat with hearts. Green hearts for vegans. Spam as many in there as you can. Red hearts if you're not vegan but you're open to what we're saying, thinking, why are they here today? I want to listen. And a black heart, a dark heart, if you don't care about animals and you believe that animals are here for you to exploit however you want. Now listen, in June 2025, when the audit was conducted by the FSA, general satisfactory was the result of that audit. You can look at this audit on the animalaid.org.uk's website. Now, a general satisfactory audit responds within a 3-month turnaround for another inspection. Why, on the FSA's website, which is updated monthly, has there been no update to that inspection that was done in June 2025?
We have someone here in No Mate says, I love animals, but I still eat meat.
Listen, you're in a position where the majority of people are. All of us at one point would have said we loved animals at the same time as paying for them to be exploited and killed for us. You need to come to the realization that you can't love animals and still eat them, okay? If you love animals, if you truly think that you should morally consider animals, and if animals are someone to you, they are somebody, then be vegan. Stop paying for them to be exploited. No one goes vegan because they stop liking the taste of meat. This is why vegan alternatives exist, right? So you can still have your sensory pleasure, but you can align your actions and your ethics and say, I'm not responsible for exploiting these animals. 1 in the chat if you're vegan, guys. 1's in the chats for vegans. 2 in the chats for people who are open to being vegan, but they're not vegan yet. They're open to that conversation. 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Now, the animals being brought inside here today will be cows, predominantly dairy cows. You will also see beef cows coming in here today. Did you know that they're 2 different breeds? The cows who are exploited for their breast milk and the cows who are exploited for their bodies are 2 different breeds of cows. Cows don't just produce milk, by the way, because they eat grass. Cows produce milk because their mothers, their mums, they have their babies taken away. Their breast milk is going to be used as a profit margin, as a way for profit. Oh, excuse me, guys.
It stinks so bad.
It smells so bad. Double tap the screen, guys. Let's get the lights going in here. Green hearts if you're vegan in the chat. Spam them. Red hearts, spam if you're not vegan.
What happens to male calves in the dairy industry?
Listen, I was going to go there, right? Yeah. After you put this in the chat, 1 for vegan, 2 for not vegan, but open to the conversation, 3 for you don't care. Mel's just made a really good point there. Male calves in the dairy industry, like I just said, they're 2 different breeds of cows, right? Now, in the dairy industry, if you're born male, you are a waste product. You don't produce milk. You are unnecessary. You're not needed. Male calves are killed and shot immediately to a week after being born, potentially 3 months later if they're grown a little bit for veal. Is this a truck coming? No.
No. I'll keep an eye.
Guys, double tap the screen as you're coming in. I want to make another point. The chat moves fast. I want to make another point of letting you guys know we are not here to clash. We are here to talk to you, to converse with you, and to show you, the public, the information that we found out that made us educated enough to turn vegan. We're not here to butt heads. That would not be a good objective to helping the animals, which is why we're here today. We're here to defend them by showing you the reality. Now ask yourself, why is the industry not transparent with you? You're the consumer after all. You pay for this to happen, right? So why do you pay for things that you don't even know? Why do you pay for gas chambers for 6-month-old piglets when no one told you about gas chambers? The industry didn't tell you about gas chambers, right? Guys, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to this conversation. 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. And please double tap the screen. The likes and the comments are going to fill the room up. Animals are coming any minute. We need as many people in here as possible.
There's quite a lot of people saying that they do love animals and they think they can still eat animals. What would you say to that?
You can't love animals and still eat animals. But I want you to know that you're in the majority. The majority of people are not vegan, right? But if you did a poll and you asked the majority of the public, do you love animals? They would all say yes. This is cognitive dissonance. This is speciesism. We're saying that I love animals, but only these animals. But these animals, I think that it's okay to exploit because traditionally I've been indoctrinated and conditioned to believe, culturally, whatever it may be. My upbringing has taught me these animals we can exploit, these animals we can't, but I'm going to say that I love animals. Well, you can't have that position. You either love animals or you don't. You can't pick which animals to love. If you do, then that's speciesist. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan. 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Double tap that live stream. Please, guys, let's get how many likes are in here right now?
I've got 24.
Right, we need that to 100. Please double tap the screen, guys, as you're coming in.
Oh, it stinks.
And in fact, subscribe to this channel and like the bell. Hit the bell because we do this all the time. And we're here today to show you the reality that the industry will not show you. The industry don't want you to see this today.
What will people see today? Yeah.
This is why. Look at the surroundings. We have these spiked fences. We have CCTV. We have all this screening, all these masks. We put the phone up over the top when the layrage door was open. The layrage door came down super fast. The industry do not want the consumer finding out the reality. What happens when the reality is presented to the consumer? You get consumer change. You get behavioral change from the consumer. Now, when that behavioral change is the consumer removing their support for exploiting animals, what happens to the industry? The profit margins drop out of the industry. This only runs because of profit margins. So you have the power. You have the power to end this and to stop this. And for these animals, it genuinely is life and death. You hold their life in your hand. Now, it's up to you. Are you going to squeeze your hand and take their life? Or are you going to keep that hand open? Are you going to protect them? Are you going to remove them from this exploitation? Put 1 in the chats if you guys are vegan. Put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to this conversation, or at least what we're doing here today. Put 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. We're here, guys, not to clash with you. We're here to defend the animals, and we do that by coming alongside you and saying, guys, do you know this happens? Have you seen this? Have you ever thought about this? Do you ever question why you never see gas chambers in the supermarket posters? Why do you never see slaughterhouses in in supermarket posters? If the chat's moving fast, let's get some green hearts for vegans. Green heart if you're vegan, get as many green hearts in there as possible. Red hearts if you are not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. And put a black heart, a dark heart, if you don't care about animals. And I want you to know that if you're an anti-vegan troll, if you're against veganism and you're trolling against it, you are in the minority. Like Mel pointed out earlier, the majority of people may not be vegan, but it's only because they haven't got the education and they don't know. They're still suffering from the indoctrination. You're told from a youngster that Father Christmas is real, the Tooth Fairy is real, the Easter Bunny is real. You're lied to. We're told fables, we're told stories, we're told lies, and we believe them because the people who are looking after us, who literally are trying to be responsible bringing us up, they lie to us with these stories. This is another story, but this one isn't a fairy tale story. This is a nightmare story.
The security, they're waiting on the gate now. Look, they're looking like they're about to open.
The gate's looking open.
So
this could either be that a truck's turning up or someone's leaving.
Yeah, they do this when something's happening.
Where's your phone? Can you get that footage up from last week? No?
What footage?
I want to see something. No? All right, okay. All right. Guys,
I have
1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to this conversation. 3 if you don't care about animals. There's movement behind me. We don't know what's going on. This gate, guys, behind me usually runs just on an electric system. They press a button and it opens. But when we're here as activists, you get the security guards running the gate manually. Now, they do that because it opens faster and closes quicker.
Okay, it's because this man's coming out.
This is the only way that animals leave. This is the only way that animals leave. They leave in these refrigerated trucks once their bodies have been chopped up. Once their bodies are chopped up into pieces.
Oh, it stinks.
Man, this place smells so bad. Look in there. This is the last bits that the animals see. This is their last view. You can see the layerage doors down.
Inside of a slaughterhouse, guys.
That's inside of a slaughterhouse. That's inside of a slaughterhouse in the UK.
Let me show you more.
Mel's just going to show you the view over the top. There's movement around here. I think that they're going to put another refrigeration truck down the bottom, maybe. Let's see.
That's what it looks like to the right as well. The skins come out from those poor mother cows.
Yeah. This is another thing, right? People think that the leather industry is like a byproduct. It's a standalone industry. It's an exploitative industry all by itself. Guys, double tap the screen as you're coming in here. Like this stream. Let's get the likes up. Animals are coming here. They're definitely going to be coming here today. So I want you to see them. I want ones in the chats from the vegans, as many as you can. I want twos in the chat. If you're not vegan, but you're open to this conversation, and I want a 3 in the chat. If you don't care about animals, if you believe that animals are there for you to exploit and use however you see fit, I want you to know that we're not here to clash. We're here to educate. We're here to show you the reality. We're here to document their last moments, guys. When you woke up this morning, you had options. You had all this life in front of you. When they opened their eyes this morning, it would be the last time. Because today, when their eyes close, it's because someone took their life. Someone will take everything from them for a simple product, for an optional product that is not needed. God. Dairy cows are killed. Dairy cows have their babies taken away from them. Dairy cows are exploited their whole life. Now, on average, dairy cows are killed at the age of 3 to 5 in the UK. How awful is that? 3 to 5, many babies themselves, after having baby after baby after baby taken from them. Milk is an evil product. It's dressed up to be a product that has no exploitation. Cows just produce milk, right? The industry don't want you, the consumer, to know. If the consumer is educated, then you have the decision to make. It then falls on your shoulders. It's your personal accountability. Guys, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation around being vegan, and 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Now, we're outside of this slaughterhouse. There's a lot of movement happening around here. Security is stood on the gate. Now, I'm not sure if they're stood on the gate because animals are coming in or if things or whatever may be coming out. But stay tuned on this live stream. See what we're doing. This is live from a slaughterhouse in the UK right now. Double tap that screen. If you stay on this live stream for 15 minutes, you will leave the live stream different to when you turned up to this live stream. I promise you that. Animals are not here for you to exploit. These are optional products that you do not need. Animals are here with us, not for us. And we need to remember that. These animals coming in here today, they do not want to die. They don't want to be killed. They've had everything taken away from them. Double tap the screen as you're coming in, guys. Let me explain to you what's going to happen to these cows when they turn up here today. They're going to come in here today, and we're going to show you when they come round, and we're going to show you them when they get offloaded into the layerage. Once they go into that layerage, it's like a holding pen, a waiting room for the kill floor. They're then forced onto the kill floor into a single file line. They're driven forwards into what's called a knock box, which is a big metal box that they can't escape from. They're then bolt gunned in the head. That drops them to the floor long enough to have their back legs shackled up, to have them lifted up into the air, to be stabbed in the throat. Now, here's a fact that you probably don't know because the industry would never make this public knowledge. A majority of dairy cows are sent to the slaughterhouse pregnant because they're sold on their weight, because they weigh more when they have babies in their tummies. Babies are cut out of their mum's stomach and left to suffocate on the concrete floor inside these slaughterhouses so someone can take her milk and produce a block of cheese so you can have it on your cracker for a sensory pleasure. The exploitation, the murder, all that horror hidden from the consumer and actually cloaked in the Red Tractor certified, RSPCA assured bullshit. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan but you're open to these conversations, 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Let's switch over. I'm going to give you over to Mel for a minute. You're probably bored of my voice right now.
Nice, a lot. Let me just pop this in.
Let's swap over.
Guys, whilst we're swapping, please put green hearts in the comments for you legendary vegans who are defending the animals. Okay, so I can see security on the gate already. There's 2 of them today. The pressure is on. Literally, the pressure of turning up to these places is immense on the workers themselves, on the security, on the drivers, and we show the animal faces to the world because most people don't know this exists. Most people never ever question it. Guys, number 1 in the chat if you're vegan, number 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, number 3 in the chat if you're those weirdos who love animal abuse and murder. Double tap that screen and subscribe. Today, guys, you are going to be witnessing things you've never seen before. You've never seen before, okay? I wish I saw what happens here way sooner, because if I did, there would have been way less victims because of me. I used to pay for this industry to run. I used to pay for cow's milk. I'm not a baby cow. What the hell am I doing paying for cow's milk? It's intended for someone else's baby, someone else's species baby. It's weird, right? It's not only weird, it's disgusting, it's awful, it's abusive, and it's murder. All of those dairy cows go to slaughterhouses. Number 1 in the chat, guys, if you're vegan. I'm going to keep repeating it because the chat moves fast. Number 2, if you're open-minded but you're not vegan yet. And number 3, for those weirdos who are the animal abusing freaks who don't deserve life. Those number 2s in the room, thank you for being here. You are the people you want to speak to. You are the people who just don't know any better. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's the industry's fault for lying. They lied to me. They lied to every vegan in the room right now. They're lying to all the public. They're lying to the world. They have made the human species think that we are baby cows. That's what they've done. They have made people who say with their words and their lips that they love animals, they have made those people believe this is like fairyland in here for the animals. This is humane. They made you believe a lie and then you pay for the exploitation of animals. Double tap that screen, guys. Push number 1 in the comments if you're vegan. Number 2, if you're open-minded. Number 3, if you are, yeah?
What are we here today? We're here to clash with people?
No, we're not here to clash with people. We're here to open people's minds and hearts and to just be transparent. The industry are not transparent. They're behind this gate here. They've got cameras up here. They don't want you seeing the animals. They don't want you seeing what happens behind these gates of hell. Behind these gates of hell. There's investigations that happen on all these farms that obviously show horrific thing. The standard practice of what happens to animals is absolutely vile. Now, even if it wasn't, even if the animals lived in an amazing palace and they had the best life, they still are used and oppressed. They are still sent to a slaughterhouse to be killed, to be murdered. In my opinion, it's premeditated murder, and they're paying you, they're getting you to pay their wage. That is disgusting, it's disgraceful, it's the lowest of the low. 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Number 2, if you're open-minded, but you're not vegan yet. And put number 3 in the chat for those absolute weirdo little freaks who think it's okay to stab animals and oppress them.
What are people going to see here today?
Okay, so today, this is a slaughterhouse behind me right now. You're going to see maybe how the workers react. You're going to see how the drivers react. You're going to see the individuals come into this place today. There'll be mother cows from the dairy industry and beef cows from the beef industry. Guys, double tap that screen. All the vegans, spam the chat with green hearts right now. Keep spamming all the long green hearts, because then we can see who is in the room and who is here defending the animals. Also, any vegans, if you want to put your story into the comment section so others can see why you went vegan, that would be really interesting as well. And maybe Steve, if you catch any, we'll read some out.
Yeah, I will.
We will then show you the lairage, okay? We'll put the camera over the fence and we'll show you the lairage. We're completely within our rights to do that. We can film in there from public space. Because if we didn't do this, you would never ever see inside of a slaughterhouse.
Wait, is that?
Guys, number 1, if you're vegan.
You're right.
Number 2, if you're open-minded but not vegan yet. Number 3, if you love animal abuse and murder.
Who are we here with today?
All right, so we're doing this in collaboration with...
No, it's all right. I thought it was a truck as well.
Well, looks like a truck. With Animal Aid today. So there has been some major FSA breaches at this facility. You can see on animalaid.org, you can see the major breaches on there. I think there's 6 major breaches and 18 non-major breaches. Now have a look for yourself. They're not even adhering to the minimum welfare standard. Even if they did, it's still wrong. We're abolitionists. This shouldn't happen at all. This should be abolished. Double tap that screen, guys. Keep putting, I want red hearts now for those number 2s. Anyone who's open-minded, who loves animals, or you don't have to love animals, who just doesn't know the industry, put those red hearts, do a line of red hearts over and over and over so we can see you. You are the people we want to speak to. You are the open-minded members of the public.
People are saying, where is this?
So we're in England today. This is near London. Near London. They are killing dairy cows in this facility, beef cows in this facility, but all around the world, animals are being taken into all different slaughterhouses. They're in lesbian tests on, they're in horse racing, they're being whipped at those horse races, they're being shot at, greyhounds are being killed. It's horrific. Veganism is not a diet, it just relates to your diet because animals are oppressed and used for food.
Hanley's gone vegan.
Amazing, thank you so much. We have a new vegan in the room. Thank you so much for going vegan for the animals. Now, you may have been someone who just doesn't understand the industry, just doesn't understand the reality. Please go and watch Dominion on YouTube and see what happens to the animals. It's so important. Also, we're not only just outside a slaughterhouse, we investigate farms. We've been inside the places that these animals live. It is the worst thing on the earth. In my opinion, this is the worst thing that this world has ever seen. The most oppressed beings are the animals, always. It's not fair, it's not okay. They are like children who need protecting. Please defend them. If you're not vegan, then you are choosing the side of the oppressor. But you may not have realized until today. But you have the power to change. Double tap that screen. Keep subscribing. Yeah.
Dairy cows aren't just killed for milk, don't be silly.
Yeah, all dairy cows are killed in the dairy industry. All of their babies, their male babies, they're classed as a waste product. You know what they do to waste products? They murder them, they kill them. A lot of the cows are actually killed on the farm. Or they're sent to slaughterhouses to have their head decapitated. That's what happens to mother cows' babies. Mother's Day is coming up right now. Okay, so if you're in the room and you're a mother, you're a father, you're a sister, you're a brother, an uncle, sorry, think about what you would do if that child in your family was being taken away. Double tap that screen, guys. Number 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Number 2 if you're open-minded but not vegan yet. Number 3 if you're those weirdos who love animal abuse and murder. How would you feel?
Commander's gone vegan too.
Another vegan. Amazing.
That's 2 now.
Amazing. So already 2 vegans on this live stream. That's 2 more people
in half an hour
defending the animals. That's what I mean, guys. Like, good people just don't understand the industry. Behind these gates, you know what happens? The animals get taken off here. They get forced into something called a lairage. A lairage is almost like a waiting room. In that waiting room, they will be able to hear the other animals being killed, screaming, crying. They'll be able to smell the blood. Did you know cows can smell up to 5 miles away? 5 miles away. Like humans, we're absolutely like ridiculous in what we can do. Our level of ability is down here. The animals is like up here. They can smell the blood and guts before they enter this place of hell. And that's right before they get taken into a knockbox to be killed. Guys, number 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Number 2, if you are open-minded, but you just don't know the industry, and that's not your fault. Number 3 in the chat for those absolute weirdo animal abusing monsters. Okay, and you are a monster to the animals if you know and you haven't changed.
In the description, where can they find out about the Animal Aid report?
Yeah, in the description there is a link to Animal Aid. They have a report that the FSA has done on this facility in particular. There are 6 major breaches, 18 non-major breaches of this facility, and then there's been no update. Have they corrected them? Have they not? If they have, it still doesn't matter because they shouldn't be stabbing animals in the throat. They still shouldn't be decapitating these animals, okay? Now, do you want to know who pays their wage? Non-vegans, the public who don't know any better. I used to pay their wage too. Not, guys, we're going to change it up. We're going to put green hearts in the comment section for those vegans. Just keep putting those green, long hearts in the comment sections, okay? Number 2s, you're now red hearts. You're open-minded, but you don't know the industry, and you're just a nice person who's like, what's this? Put red hearts so we can see who you are. And number threes, they're the people who love abuse, murder. Put black hearts for those number threes.
I want to take a short moment to thank all of you vegans. I'm seeing the comments and I'm seeing all you vegans in there. Thank you all so much from the bottom of our hearts for being here for the animals. You're absolute legends, and you are the reason why this chat room is running the way it does. Thank you all for being there. I'm going to hand you back to Mel. Security are on the gate. Why are they on there?
Yeah, they are. They're looking out. They just saw me there. They spotted us fast today. We got up there straight away to show you the inside of the lair ridge. They got that door down straight away. I think they have someone on the camera constantly now watching for activists. That is pressure, guys. That is pressure. All we're doing, we're on public land filming the animals going in. Yeah. That's all we're doing, and that is powerful. That is powerful. Yeah, probably looking for trucks maybe. Guys, when people see the animals, they change instantly. Number one in the chat if you're vegan. Number one if you're vegan. Number two if you are open-minded, but you are not vegan yet because you don't know the industry. Number three for that is absolute freak weirdos who love animal abuse and murder. And everyone thinks you're a freak, by the way. No one likes people that are like that. No one. Those people as well who troll often have dogs and cats.
Dairy cows don't die for milk, silly.
Yeah, every single cow in the dairy industry is murdered, is killed, okay? In the dairy industry, you may not understand the industry, and that is not your fault. So let me explain. Double tap that screen, guys, before I explain. Vegans, spam the chat with green hearts. Just keep spamming with green hearts. Keep going for it. And thank you for doing that. So in the dairy industry, it all starts from forcible impregnation. They force pregnation on the cows. They put them inside something called a cattle crush. This is a big thing that goes over the cows. They can't exit, but the farmer has access to her back end. What he does to her next is vile. It's disgusting. It's a rights violation. He forces himself inside of her, okay, with his arm, his whole entire arm inside of her. Guys, double tap that screen. Number one, if you're vegan. Number two, if you're open-minded. Number three in the chat, if you're those weirdos, animal abusing weirdos who should be in prison, just like that farmer. Now what happens next? If she's pregnant, she carries her baby for 9 months, just like a human. Just like your mother carried you for 9 months, she does the same with her baby. But if she gives birth to her baby, where your mother maybe hopefully would have been in a nice maternal ward giving birth to you, being treated, this mother gives birth on a cold concrete floor. And you know what happens next? The farmer takes her baby away from her. Guys, number one if you're vegan, number two if you're open-minded, and number three in the chat if you're one of those losers who love animal abuse and murder.
Kaylee, I just want to say thank you so much for your kind super thanks. That's really kind of you. Thank you for your support. Kaylee's put dairy is scary. Also, I just got your sunglasses delivered. Love them. We'll be getting more. Thank you so much, Kaylee.
Thank you. Yeah, dairy is scary. Go and watch, guys. If you think the dairy industry is nice, go watch Dairy is Scary. Be here. This is a slaughterhouse where they kill dairy cows. Okay? So after that mother has given birth to her baby, the farmer comes in that night or the next morning and takes her baby away from her. He kidnaps her baby. She then cries for her baby because the maternal bond from mother to baby is massive. Double tap that screen, guys. Keep putting one in the chat if you're vegan, two in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, and three in the chat for those losers who love animal abuse and murder.
For anyone who's just come in the chat, what was that last bit? What industry was you describing?
The dairy industry.
The dairy industry.
So the dairy industry, forced pregnation, mother carries her baby for 9 months in her tummy, just like a human, gives birth to her baby is then kidnapped. Yeah?
Do you want? Yeah, finish your point.
You did that.
Sorry.
Her baby is then kidnapped. If her baby is a male, he doesn't produce milk. The farmer will take him to a slaughterhouse and murder him, kill him. They kill her baby boy, because he doesn't produce milk. Now, if she gives birth to a female, the female gets taken off into an isolation booth away from her mum. They cry after each other because their bond is so strong. When that female is sexually mature enough, She goes through the same process as the mum. In that cattle crush, can't get out, farmer forces himself inside of her, makes her pregnant, and the same cycle again and again. This happens around 3 to 5 times in the dairy industry. When the cow can no longer stand up or is no longer profitable to the industry, whether they're fighting back, they can't stand up, or their class is a down dairy cow, they take them to a slaughterhouse. This is what you're gonna see today. You're gonna see a small holding truck. This side.
Hey, babies.
I'm sorry, babies.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
All right, guys. Let me get you this.
I'll get the phone.
Okay, guys, we're going to show you these cows being offloaded. You're going to watch their last moments as they walk to their death today. I'm just getting the other phone up so I can see. The sun's right in my eyes. Bear with the shot 1 second.
Okay. Can you see as the sun in your eyes, or I can guide you?
I can see from your screen.
Okay, I'll put it here.
Right, you talking through and I'll focus on the shot.
Okay, guys, so it look like beef cows in that small holding trailer. So when everyone says, oh, small holding's better, local, free range, this is that. Okay, in this trailer right here, the trailer actually looks a bit too small for the unloading here as well. So we're going to see how he unloads these poor animals who are about to go into their death. They're about to be killed inside this slaughterhouse. So this is what I was saying earlier, is that they will be forced into a lairage where it's like a waiting room, a horrible dungeon-like waiting room, where they'll be able to hear the other cows crying, smelling their blood.
Tilt the phone, please. Thank you.
And they'll be forced into something called a knockbox. It's where they bolt gun them in the head, which they can't do in here. They're incompetent to do this in this facility, which you'll be able to see from the Animal Wave report on the FSA breaches. Here, even if it was done well, it's still wrong. You shouldn't ever be stabbing someone, oppressing someone, using somebody. You should leave them alone and live vegan. So we just got Pit a Monster. Thank you for your super thanks. Put organic veg farmer here. We kill all rabbits, snakes, birds, insects to bring organic veggies to your market. Wait.
Sorry, yeah.
So I know, to tell everyone you're a disgusting person, you kill all the animals. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Sorry, can you tilt the phone? That's it, perfect.
We know farmers who farm plants without killing animals. There's vertical farming. In fact, there's even an old underground station where they use hydroponics to farm plants without killing anyone. You don't need to do that. There's other ways to farm plants without harming animals, but there is no good way you can farm animals. Farming animals, in my opinion, is outright slavery. It's outright slavery and it's premeditated murder. Oh, it stinks.
It does.
Guys, whilst these cows get unloaded, please put green hearts in the comment section for these animals. These are their last moments of life right now. These absolute, in my opinion, slaves on this slave truck are about to be unloaded into this lairage. Horrific, horrific. How could we do this? As humans, how could we do this to animals? Can you see all right?
Yeah.
Is it better if I do that?
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
better.
I know you're...
No, that's it. I'm just jumping in on this.
We have with us as well David, an ex-Slaughterhouse inspector. He used to inspect these places, and what David said is that a lot of the dairy cows he would see would still be pregnant when they would come into slaughter. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So many dairy cows are still pregnant. There's an actual percentage of them, but they don't talk about it enough. They kind of like really hide the truth, the reality of it, because obviously like nobody wants to think about that as well. But it's absolutely the truth. It's absolutely what takes place.
Yeah, see, there you go. Someone who used to work on the inside and what he has seen. These mothers go in here pregnant. How disgusting. It's absolutely awful. How terrified as well. There's actually stories of mothers who have escaped and saved their babies, like the story of Matilda the pig, who escaped a farm and saved her babies, and now she's at a sanctuary. And that's because good people live. She took the bravery to try and escape and she succeeded. But the farmer wanted her back so they could take her babies and send her babies to a gas chamber at 6 months old. Yeah, that's what happens to baby pigs, piglets in the industry. When you're eating bacon and sausages, you're eating someone's baby. You're eating a piglet that was likely gassed in a gas chamber. Over 88% of pigs are gassed in gas chambers here in the UK. Watch Pignorant on Amazon Prime and you can see the realities. They're about to be taken off now, guys. Please put hearts in the comments for these beautiful animals who didn't do anything wrong. They trusted this person. They trusted this person, and he's betraying them, outright betraying them. Small local liars, in my opinion. I'm sorry, babies. I'm sorry. It's so unfair. Leading them into this awful place. That has breaches, by the way. Not that that changes anything, because even if they didn't, stabbing someone and pressing someone's awful. In my opinion, animal farmers are not developed. They haven't developed their entire brain, because anyone with a brain and a central nervous system couldn't do this to animals. They couldn't do this. He knows what he's doing. Every bit of money this absolute scumbag makes is blood money from those animals who trusted him, and he's led them into a slaughterhouse to be killed. Utter betrayal. Utter betrayal.
If he drives straight out, you need to ask him about what he thinks about the breaches
I
of the
will.
FSA.
I will.
See if we can get that shot.
Usually farmers don't stop because they're cowards. Farmers are absolute cowards. They like to do their dirty, disgusting habit behind
Leave it.
the gates of hell. What's your thoughts on the FSA breaches at this facility? You're a traitor to those animals who trusted you. Disgusting scumbag. Animal farmers have not been fully developed. Their brains aren't even developed, because if they were, they wouldn't be doing this. Anyone with a heart and a central nervous system would never be able to do this to animals. When you look at children, they love animals. They love animals. You put them in a room with a chicken and an apple, they would eat the apple and pet the chicken. They are disgusting people. These animal farmers are they're not normal, by the way. They make their own rules up. They think they can do whatever they want to animals. I've seen farmers practice boxing on the cows that he then claims to love, okay? That's the kind of thing they do. Number 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Number 2, if you're open-minded, you hate what you're seeing, but you just don't understand the industry and you're not vegan yet. Number 3 in the chat if you're a disgusting farmer or an absolute freak who likes to abuse and kill animals. Now guys, I just want to reiterate, we're not here to clash with you, the public. We're against the farming industry and the slaughterhouse industry and any industry that oppresses animals. In the chat, if you're actually someone who is decent, what legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want to leave behind the legacy that when you had an opportunity to change, you stood up for the animals and you went vegan? Or do you want to leave behind knowing that you could have changed and you could have saved countless animals' lives, but you didn't anyway? Guys, double tap that screen. Vegans, put a load of hearts in the comments. We've just seen animals been taken in behind me who are going to be killed. There is no way out for these beautiful, angel-like, childlike beings. And this is because people are paying for it. The way we collapse this industry is we boycott them. We don't want these industries. We don't want this happening. It's absolutely horrific. I don't want a world where animals are used, commodified, and they're slaves. I don't want a world where there is animal abuse and murder or oppression. Okay, I choose to live vegan and defend the animals always. Steve, you going in?
Yeah. Okay guys, double check that screen. We're going to swap back over for a minute now. I just want you to see... No.
Oh yeah, good
I thought it was another... Is that another truck?
Yeah, another truck, yeah. I'm going to stand on this. You go slow-mo. Guys, double tap that screen, keep putting hearts in the comments.
I'm going to talk to you about this in a second. This will show you the difference, right? You just had small holding farms turning up, and now look who's turning up, factory farms.
Security's watching over
Factory
there.
farms straight after the small holding.
Yeah, at the front.
Hey babies. Hey babies. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, babies.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
So
sorry.
sorry what happens to these animals.
Yes.
This is an absolute atrocity. I want everyone to know, I'm going to point out here, that was small holding. Originally, the first trailer that come past, small holding. And now look, factory farms coming past. When people say that I support my small local farmer, where do the animals end up? They both end up in the same slaughterhouse. We're not here for welfare. We're not here to explain to you guys that we want them to have bigger houses, greener grass, more water. We're here to say, stop violating their rights, stop taking their lives, stop killing them. This is an absolute injustice what's happening to them. The animals that you're going to see backing up this truck right now are being brought here to die for optional products. As you're coming in and witnessing this, guys, give me green hearts in the chat from the vegans. As many green hearts as you can, put them in there for the animals. Red hearts in the chat. If you're not vegan, but you're open to the conversation and you want to know what we're doing here today and why we're doing it, and then put black hearts in the chat. If you're anti-vegan and you don't care about animals, so green hearts, vegans, red heart, non-vegan, but open, black hearts if you don't care about animals. Or 1, 2, and 3. 1 for vegans, 2 for non-vegans who are open, and 3 for people who don't care about animals.
Just don't drop it down there, there's no way out.
I'm not going to know. Guys, the animals who you're going to witness coming off the back of this truck right now, they're going to be offloaded into what's called a layerage. This is where they're going to be taken to die. You are witnessing their last moments on this planet, the last moments of their lives. This is the last view they had, was this gate that you can see on the screen right now. They're going to be offloaded into the layerage, exactly where that small holdings, local farmer dropped off his animals in there, and they'll be killed today. Before the end of the day, their lives will be taken. They'll be chopped up into pieces and sold as a commodity for profit margins. This doesn't need to happen. Double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen and like and subscribe. We go live at slaughterhouses all over the UK. We show you the reality that the industry don't want you to see all over the UK every single week. Do you want to bring the whole thing to this away a little bit? Or are you okay with that one there?
No, that's okay.
All right. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation, and 3 if you don't care about animals. Now, I didn't see if these are dairy cows or if they're beef cows. I couldn't see.
It looked like at the back there was a beef cow looking at me, but a lot of these farms are beef and dairy cows.
Yeah,
so
they mix the two breeds together. Now, these are likely, if they're dairy cows, more than likely going to be pregnant. Dairy cows are sold on their body weight. A high percentage of them go to a slaughterhouse pregnant. They weigh more, then the farmer makes more money. Even in their last moments, they're still thinking about their maximum profit margins from these individuals. Animal farmers do not morally consider these animals. They do not care about these animals. They'll tell you, the members of the public, they do, because it makes you feel better. It makes you not question their morals or their ethics. If we have a farmer who says, I love my animals, I do everything I can for my animals, and I make sure that they're all happy. As a consumer, you then no longer question that any further, but you're wrong to. How can a farmer love their animals when they're bringing them here to die? How can a farmer say that I care about my animals when they're coming here to have their throats slashed open, have their heads cut off, have their babies taken from them? It doesn't work. You can't protect animals and protect your profit margins. It's one or the other. Guys, 1 in the chat, spam 1 if you're vegan. Spam 2 if you're not vegan, but you are open to the conversation around vegan. And put 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. We told you that you're going to see animals coming here to die today. And this is what's on the screen right now. We are live outside of a slaughterhouse here in the UK. Now this is ABP Guildford. If you go into the description on this live stream, you'll see a link to Animal Aid's website. Now Animal Aid reported on this place back in June 2025 when the FSA came here and done an audit. The FSA, if you don't know who they are, they're the food standard.
thank you for your super thanks, whoever that was.
Yeah, let me
Can't
just see. Good to see you spreading the good word for the animals. Steve, thank you very much.
Thank you,
kind
Steve.
super
That's
thanks.
so kind. Thanks for being here.
Let me tell you, right, back in June 2025, the FSA, which is the Food Standard Authority, they came here to ABP Guildford and they conducted their annual audit. That annual audit had a result of general satisfactory. Now, if an audit has a result of general satisfactory, it means that this place was due a visit within 3 months, as there was major non-compliances and minor non-compliances that needed attention. Now, when you check the data set, which is on the FSA website, which is updated monthly, there is no amendments to that data set. Alex.activism from Animal Aid, Mel and myself sat through and we looked. There is no amendment to that data set.
I'm just going to zoom in a bit more quick. So,
did the FSA come back? Who knows? Did they come back and no changes were made? Who knows? But these FSA data sets are updated monthly, right? So if the FSA did come back within 3 months, surely they'd make amendments to their major non-compliances. Surely ABP Guildford would take the FSA serious enough to at least action their advisements on the welfare issues. Now, we're not here on a welfare issue. We're here for abolitionist animal rights. But you, the consumer, believe in these welfare laws. The consumer believes in humane killing. The consumer believes in red tractor certification. The consumer believes in the RSPCA assured logo. Now, we're here to tell you that all of these systems are failing you as a consumer, and they're certainly failing the animals, because for the animals, they're being killed under this humane bullshit banner, whilst the consumer doesn't ever question what happens because of the smoke and mirrors put forward from the industries. Now, red tractor certification, the RSPCA assured logo, and the FSA need to be held accountable for this. They're lying to the consumer. The consumer's not only not told the truth, you're fed a lie. You're told a load of absolute bullshit to make you continue to pay for the most horrific violence towards the most vulnerable animals, and taught to never critically think about it or question it. Guys, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Put 2 in the chat if you are not vegan but you're open to this conversation. And put 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. I've just explained to you in depth exactly what's happening here. This is the exact location where Animal Aid ran that report. Go onto the Animal Aid website in the description and check and see. Now, what's on your screen right now is a factory farm truck who is backing up and offloading these individuals who are brought here today to die. Now, they're being brought here today to die because the consumer has paid for things like their milk, their cheese, crisps that contain milk powder, milk chocolate bars, all the other products that are made from dairy, as well as beef burgers, steaks, all the other things. These optional products that you do not need is the result of why they are brought here to die. This is a supply and demand industry. Now, the whole time the consumer is creating a demand, you perpetuate this happening. You're asking for the industry to supply more lives. When you buy that product in the supermarket, for you, it's a packaged product that's all sealed and wrapped. It doesn't resemble the individual that's going into these doors. But I want you to look right now at the center of that screen. Look at that ramp going down. When you go into the supermarket and you buy them products, you now can see the individual that you sent to a slaughterhouse. You can look into the eyes of these individuals. You can associate with them. They're no longer just an object in plastic packaging. They were a mother, they were a father, they were a brother, they were someone. They were an individual who didn't want to die. Look at their lonely walk inside this slaughterhouse. This is their last walk. This is the Green Mile for them. This is their last moments. They will never see daylight again. The sun that's shining on their backs is the last time that they will ever feel the sun on their backs. The wind, the environment, this is it for them. Their day is now ended. When they close their eyes, by that knife going in their throat, their life is taken. And then you realize what it's taken for, an optional product. The majority of these walk into their deaths, maybe mothers, they may have babies inside them that never had a chance to even start their life. And in fact, every single one of these individuals never was given a chance to start their life. They were born a commodity, they were given a number. In my opinion, this is direct slave trade. When you control someone's surroundings, when you control the time they sleep, the time they wake up, when you control their movements, where they go, where they're confined to me, that's a slave. This is an enslavement industry, in my opinion, and these are the slaves walking to their death. And the reason why they're walking to their death is because they now are viewed as non-profitable. When the input isn't as much as the output, they get sent to the slaughterhouse, and then the new animals come in, the new individuals to exploit come in. Now, why don't the industry tell you, the consumer, this reality? Because when good people see bad things, they stop paying for it. They stop paying for it. When good people see bad things, they stop and they remove their support for this violence.
Exactly what happened to us. We saw inside one of these places and we both went vegan on the spot.
Guys, while you're watching these animals walk to their death, put 1 if you're vegan, put 2 if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. And put 3 in there if you don't care about animals. This is so sad witnessing them going in, their lonely last walk. They even walk like they've lost hope.
Imagine if
You
that
go
was
to
you.
a sanctuary and you see cows walk around a sanctuary. They don't walk like that. They don't have their head down. They don't walk with this loss of hope. They don't walk with this aura of, I've given up, my life is over. They have their heads up. They're intuitive. They're inquisitive. They're playful. Cows run around and they jump and they laugh and they show joy.
They're big puppies.
They're big puppies.
They're
These
just
cows
like
here
children.
don't show these attributes. They look down. They look out. They look like slaves to me.
Because they've been used until their very last moment they can be used.
Guys, double tap the screen. Let's get 200 likes in here right now. Steve, thank you so much again, Steve, for more
Thank you,
super
Steve.
thanks.
That's
Steve's
so
coming here.
kind.
The meat eaters in the chat don't know how stupid they are. They need to go vegan to up their brain power. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's true. That is proof as well. It happens.
100%. You look at any debate between a vegan and a non-vegan, and if the vegan's kind of trolly, the non-vegan looks so stupid. Like, not so, if the non-vegan's trolly, the non-vegan looks so stupid. To be vegan is just literal, consistent, like, logic. Non-vegans is not logical to be non-vegan. Like earlier, we had loads of people in the chat saying, I love animals, but I still eat meat. That is a sentence that doesn't sit to like...
It's just lip service.
Side by side. I can't say, I love children, but I traffic them. It's just lip service. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Let's get the double taps on here. Let's like the screen. Let's get this stream pushed over 200.
Tiny. They're really small. There's
Can't
really small ones there.
They are really small. I
They're
wonder if
tiny.
they're calves. We're going to watch that footage back. Potential calves.
Yeah, oh gosh, sorry, I'd have to move it back.
Potentially calves.
The screen on there is really delayed.
It is. It's difficult.
Oh, please be in the right place right now.
Guys, there's a high chance that these are calves because male calves in the dairy industry are worthless to the industry. I still believe that all animals have moral value and we should consider them. But the dairy industry, boys born don't produce milk. So they're often sent to the slaughterhouses with their mums. They're often killed, a couple of days old. Parenthood in the human context is something that's celebrated. Motherhood, the bond between mothers and babies is something that's sacred. It's, it's honored. We look at it with beauty. But apparently if you're a cow, it doesn't matter. We can take your baby. We'll steal your baby because actually the breast milk that was intended for your baby is going to be stolen and used to make profit. A sad last walk. Guys, double tap the screen. Let's get these likes over 200 before the next truck comes.
Steve, they're tiny.
They are. They're really, and they see it. They're quite youthful. I reckon they could be calves. What do you think?
They're really small. They're really small.
Yeah.
All animals you eat, all animals who are oppressed are actually babies.
Yeah.
All of them.
Guys,
they're infants.
We're showing you the truth here. So the next time one of them disgusting animal farmers tries to pretend to you that they love their animals, the next time that the industry lied to you about humane slaughter and all the other disgusting, immoral, unethical messages that you hear as a consumer, just remember the reality of what you saw. Now, the industry have to spend billions and billions and billions of pounds to keep this lie going, to keep you indoctrinated. All we do is we stand here with the camera. We stand here with the camera and we show you the truth. We show you the reality. Let's swap over. Mel's going to take over, guys. We're just going to reset our camera. We're going to put Mel back on the screen.
Oh. Yeah, so guys, anyone who's in the live chat who was saying about dairy, that dairy's okay, well, those babies were likely from the dairy industry. I'm going to have a look back later on a bigger screen because obviously I couldn't really see the screen from where I was because I was holding it up. It's awful. It's awful. If you drink cow's milk, there's a baby that's not. There's a baby that's been sent to a slaughterhouse. Yep.
Lisa Veganista, thank you so much for your kind super thanks.
Oh. Thank
Lisa's
you.
comment, thank you, Mo and Steve. You shouldn't have to be doing this though. Praying that there's people here who are open to change. Poor cows. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your kind super thanks.
Yeah, that's really kind. You're absolutely right. These places shouldn't even exist. Therefore, people should never be outside these places. No one should ever be inside. They should be burned down and gone forever. Okay, guys, number 1 in the screen. Put number 1 if you're vegan in the chat. That's all right. Number two, if you're open-minded but not vegan yet. Number 3, if you're one of those weird animal farmers or someone who loves animal abuse and murder, double tap that screen. Guys, this is a slaughterhouse. Behind me right now is a slaughterhouse. There are baby cows in there. There are maybe mother cows in there. Doesn't matter if they're mothers, babies, whatever, there's individuals in there just like you and I who want to live, who are being taken into a lairage, who are going to be stabbed in the throat, who is going to have their head decapitated and their body chopped into pieces because people are not vegan yet. Live vegan is so easy to understand. If you're not vegan, you oppress the animals. Defend the animals. You can change today.
Renee, thank you so much for your kind super thanks. As always, Renee.
Thank you, Renee.
Renee's comment here is so right. Trolls who watch the stream have no idea what they're talking about. Detached to the point of laughing at murder and death.
Yeah.
How consumer zombie mode you have to get to allow yourself to get so low. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Disgusting to be laughing and mocking these baby animals while they're going in to die. The reality and the weight of this is heavy. This isn't just a matter of...
Renee, thank you so much for your kind super chat. Thank you so much for your comment as well. I totally agree. How low do you have to be to mock someone being murdered? To mock premeditated murder? In my opinion, that's what that is. This, in my opinion, slavery. Every single farm, in my opinion, is a concentration camp. Every single animal wants to live. They don't want to be forced into existence. They don't want pregnancy forced upon them. They don't want to be oppressed. They want to live free from harm just like you, okay? They are no different to every person in this stream. Those animals are no different. They want to live.
Dave Archer's just gone vegan.
Amazing. Thank you so much
well
for going
done, Dave.
vegan. Thank you on behalf of the animals for having a heart. Thank you on behalf of every single animal who is being oppressed, who will no longer be oppressed because you have gone vegan. You alone saves around 200 animals every single year being vegan. That's thousands in your lifetime. Even if it was I saved 1, I'd be vegan. Because I wouldn't want to send anyone in there. I wouldn't want to be sent in there. Have empathy. We should never be doing this to animals. I went vegan because for 26 years of my life, I was like some of you guys. I was saying I love animals, but I was eating animals. I was wearing animals. I was using animals, but I didn't see the industry. I was wearing Ugg boots thinking they're like nice for my feet. Oh, my feet are warm in the winter. I didn't realize that there's someone's skin. There's someone's skin. Of loads different individuals mushed together. I didn't realize when I had a chicken burger, that was a chicken. I didn't realize when I was drinking cow's milk, I'm not a baby cow. Cow's milk is only for baby cows. What the hell are we doing as species? Number 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Number 2, if you are open-minded but you're not vegan yet. And number 3, if you are one of those absolute weirdos who loves animal abuse and murder. Guys, double tap that screen, subscribe. There has been animals gone in this place behind me right now. We've seen 2 trucks gone in here today. Behind me right now, we've seen a small holding truck unload his cows in there. He betrayed those cows. He's the same kind of person who's saying, oh, black British farming, I love my animals. A load of crap. I've just seen that he unloaded those animals into a lairage kill floor and betrayed them. I then saw a factory farm truck come. The same, different places, the same exploitation, the same end result. Murder, abuse, exploitation. It needs to end. Look at this line here. Do you want to be vegan and stand this side and no animals go to slaughter for you? No animal will be oppressed for you because that's how you choose to be. That's your heart, mind your back. Or do you want to stand this
cows
side?
aren't killed for milk.
Or do you want to stand this side and be the oppressor? Continue living non-vegan and oppressed animals. Yes, dairy cows are killed for dairy. Every single cow in the dairy industry is killed and murdered. In fact, this is a slaughterhouse where they kill those dairy cows. Most people are drinking cow's milk. If you're drinking cow's milk, you have been brainwashed, but it's not your fault. It's the industry's fault. It's the farmers' fault for lying to you. They have told you something, they have lied, and you've fallen for it. I did as well. So I'm not here to judge anybody. I am to those people in there and the farmers, the animal farmers, but the general public, you never stood a chance. When would you ever find this information? They spend billions of pounds on marketing, billions of pounds to market. They've corrupted the RSPCA assured, okay? They then put RSPCA assured logos on gas-chambered pigs, on animals. They assured farms. Check out Animal Justice Project. They just released an investigation on RSPCA assured farm, which they managed to shut down now. Disgusting hellholes. There is no right way to do the wrong thing. These animals need you defending them with everything that you have.
Okay, it's got back on electric. Interesting.
Yeah, you want to take over for a bit?
Okay, guys, so notice here, this gate's now got back on this electric mode. So they're now not running this manually. This makes me think, what's going on right now? Is there going to be a break in the animals coming in? Are they trying to play us at our own game? Because we watch their every move, we know what they do, we know what goes on in these places, and we manipulate that knowledge to optimize it, to show you, the consumer, the exploitation that these animals face. Guys, I want to make a point here that we're not here to clash with you, we're not here to butt heads, we're not here to point fingers. We're here to educate, to talk to you, and to show you the reality of what happens inside this industry. 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan but you're open to that conversation, 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Give me 1, 2, 3. Put it in there as many times as you like. If you don't want to do 1, 2, 3, do the green heart, red heart, or black hearts. But I want to see who's in this chat room.
Renee, thank you so much again for your really kind super thanks, and your comments are amazing. Renee put, it would be so easy to turn the logic of convinced animal abusers around on them and create a world which maximizes harm and suffering and irrationality, rules to the point where they themselves won't be safe either.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it changes and they're not safe, they want to be safe, right? And they want rights protecting them.
100%, 100%, Renee. These trolls and these anti-vegans with the meat, I don't care, my steak, my whatever, them anti-vegans, if you was in their position, in fact, not even in their position, if you were in a fraction of the oppression that they faced, you'd be the first person jumping up and down saying, this is against my human rights, I should have the right to freedom. You'd hate it. You're probably a spoiled little brat who's always had everything given to you and you've never been told no. You're the kind of person who doesn't have empathy, selfish tunnel mind vision. The people who do have empathy, the compassionate people with a heart, when they see and hear this and they understand the messages, they go vegan because they understand.
We've got some people who've just turned up into the room. What's happening? What's going on?
Welcome to the chat, guys. As you're coming in the chat, first thing to do, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan but you're open to that conversation, and put 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Let us know as you're coming in the chat which one you are, 1, 2 or 3. Please double tap the screen. We want over 200 likes in this stream before the next truck of animals turn up. As my sign says, this is a slaughterhouse. We are outside of ABP Guildford today. This slaughterhouse here kills cows. Now, we're here with a collaboration with Animal Aid. If you go into our description, click on the link to Animal Aid, you go to their website and you can see the report done on the very building that I'm stood in front of major breaches from the FSA. Now, as the consumer, did you hear about them things? Do the FSA reach out to you and say, by the way, consumers, just to let you know, huge amounts of breaches, major non-compliances? No, the industry never lets the consumer know. The industry is never transparent with the consumer. The consumer doesn't stand a chance to know anything. All the consumer is told is the lies to keep you paying for this violence, keeping the smoke and mirrors and the humane bullshit in front of you so you think that whatever you're paying for is fine. This is why you trust the RSPCA assured logo and the red tractor certification. It's all nonsense.
What about halal?
Halal slaughter is just exactly the same as this stun slaughter. A lot of halal slaughter houses do use stun guns still. Go into Joey Carstrong's YouTube channel and go and look at his undercover investigation. And Animal Aid also have got undercover investigations of halal slaughterhouses. So there's plenty of investigations for you to go and look at to realize, does it even matter? Let's say that the halal didn't use a stun gun and just did say a prayer and then stab the animals to death. or these guys do use the stun gun and then stab animals to death. Just because you say some words before you stab someone to death doesn't make it okay. And if you're against halal slaughter, you should be against stun slaughter. The reason why people are against halal is because if you're not Muslim, it's easy to say I'm against that because it doesn't align with my faith. But really, focus on yourself. No religion mandates that you have to eat animals. Therefore, it always falls back onto you, and you have to take personal accountability of your choices. Do you want to be responsible for animals going in here to die, or do you want to remove your support for that evil system and live vegan?
Oh, it stinks.
1 in the
so
chat
bad.
if you're vegan, guys. 2 in the chat if you're not vegan but you're open to this conversation. 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. So this gate now is back on the electric system. I believe that they've done that because they may not be expecting animals for a little bit, or something's happening up here behind
Yeah, well,
us.
there's the big truck in there still, isn't there?
There is a truck still in here.
Guys,
This guy's a DPD driver. He's, you know, he probably hates coming in here as well. Could you imagine?
Okay, guys, so in here is the
That's where the
facility.
skins are, right?
Yeah. You can see underneath there.
That's where the animal skins are. So sad.
You can see like,
Look at this person here just walking along. Looks like they work on the kill floor. Horrible.
women.
Horrible
Yeah.
place.
Who could
Slaughterhouse.
do
There's a
that?
slaughterhouse. They kill cows in here.
Poor mothers and
So sad.
babies.
So sad. It makes me feel anxious knowing that they're going to die today. It makes me feel anxious knowing that they're in that building. I can't go and get them out. The only hope that they have of ever being released from that building is by you not paying for them to go in, by being vegan and stopping your support for this evil.
What's happening? What's in the truck? Who's in the truck?
Cows are being brought here today, guys. We're outside ABP in Guildford. This is a slaughterhouse in the UK. Dairy cows and beef cows are being brought here today. To give you context,
Wait.
this smells so bad.
What is that?
What is that?
Let me just lift this up quick so you can see. What is that? Anyone capturing that?
Just straw. It's just straw. I think it's because they're in the lairage shitting themselves that they have to clean the lairage up. Animals, just like you, right? They have a central nervous system. That's why they're sentient. This is their whole point. They have a central nervous system. It has an autonomic and a somatic nervous system. So the phrase, you shit yourself when you're scared, is a real thing. It just means that your body is dumping anything in its digestive tract because you're that scared. You see it often. When the trucks come around the corner, there's often a line of shit that comes all the way into the slaughterhouse because them animals are on that truck literally shitting themselves that they're that scared. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to conversation about it. 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. We're here today to defend animals. We're not here today to clash with you. We're not here today to point fingers at you and say you're a bad person if you pay for this. We're here to say, look, the industry has never given you a chance to know the truth, to make an educated decision. How would you ever possibly know when all the information you've been fed is humane slaughter, RSPCA assured, red tractor certified, best standard in the world? This is all okay. You're never going to critically think about it, right?
But I like eating animals. It's what people are saying.
That's not a good enough justification. If I said I like trafficking children, would that be a good justification to traffic children? If I said I like forcing myself on people, would that be a good enough justification for me to force myself on people? Double tap the screen, guys. 1 if you're vegan, 2 if you're not vegan but you're open to that conversation, 3 if you don't give a fuck about animals. I like eating animals is nowhere near a good enough justification. In fact, it's not even an attempt at a justification. It's just an admission to the fact that you're part of that exploitation.
Someone said, yeah, but child trafficking's illegal.
Legality and morality don't have to line up. In fact, most legal issues became a moral issue first. Laws are based off of morals. So morality doesn't equal legality and legality doesn't equal morality. Just because it's illegal doesn't mean that it's moral. You know, what if it was legal to force yourself on other people? Would you then go and do it? Or would your inner compass, your moral compass tell you, no, I shouldn't be forcing myself on someone else because I'm now creating a victim? Exactly what's happening here. Just because legally this happens, when you go to the supermarket or to the horse racing track or to the fashion show, whatever it may be, You are saying, I want to exploit that individual. There's a victim.
What made you go vegan?
The dairy industry turned me vegan. The reason why is because I saw a dairy cow having her throat slashed open, and I realized that she was in there because of me. These industries are supply and demand industries. They only run the whole time that people keep paying for them to run. They are supply and demand. If you remove your demand and that supply chain has to drop, the profit margins drop out and these whole things stop. So you have the power to end this. The power to stop this is in your hands. This is why we're here today. The only way to save these animals is by you taking personal accountability and removing your support for that violence. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to listen to what I'm saying. Put 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. Spam that chat. Let's see where you are. Tell me where you're from as well. I want to see what parts of the world are watching. Double tap and like. How many likes are on the stream?
Stinks. 182.
Right, we need to get this over 200 before the next truck comes, guys. So please double tap. Also, while you're here, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification. We go to slaughterhouses 2 or 3 times a week to show you, the consumer, the reality of what the industry don't want you to see. We're showing you behind that curtain. We're removing the smoke and mirrors. We're letting you peek around the corner of this industry and see the reality. So subscribe, hit the bell, and come and find out exactly what happens in these places.
What about protein?
Pardon?
What about protein?
Protein comes from plants. Literally, your body needs nutrients, but you can select the ingredients. Why are you selecting ingredients from a victim who didn't want to die, who screamed for their life inside of a slaughterhouse, had babies taken from them, was ripped away from their family? Why would you choose that? Why would you not just search out plant protein, tofu, seitan, tempeh, vegan chicken, vegan burgers, vegan sausages, vegan pizza? Go and get vegan protein shakes. Go and get the plant-based option. Don't be responsible for individuals dying just for protein. Most people say protein, and they don't even have a clue about protein. They don't know. They don't know. They were supporting us.
Yeah.
Most people who say protein, if I said to you how many grams of protein do you have a day, you don't even know. If I said to you how many amino acids are there, you wouldn't even know. But the protein though is just a knee-jerk reaction because people listen to Piers Morgan too much and people the similar nonsense spouters. It's an absolute ridiculous excuse. Double tap the screen, guys. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're not vegan but you're open to this conversation, and 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals.
Don't know if you want to go down this route, but plants are alive.
Yeah, plants are alive. You're just stating a fact. Plants are alive. Plants are not sentient. Plants don't have a central nervous system. Plants can't feel pain. Plants can't feel fear or emotion. So, although they're living, they're not sentient.
Why do you treat non-vegans as stupid?
Say again?
Why do you treat non-vegans as stupid?
I don't treat non-vegans as stupid.
Just the trolls.
Oh, the trolls. Well, listen, a non-vegan and a troll are 2 different things. Non-vegans aren't stupid, and non-vegans are not trolls. Trolls are people who hear the message and then decide to be anti that message. Imagine if I said to you guys, racism is wrong, you shouldn't be racist, we shouldn't be prejudiced towards minority groups, and then someone was trolling me for sending that message. You'd look at that troll different, right? Now, a non-vegan is someone who just hasn't seen the message. Any non-vegans who has compassion and empathy, when they see the message and they see the animals and what we're showing them, they go vegan because it hits their empathy, it hits their heart, they understand, yo, I don't want to be part of that, that's bad.
I think, Black, what we mean is that when people say things like plants feel pain, like that stupid stuff, we have to constantly comment back to. No,
Yeah.
Most people are good people and most people aren't like that. So that's like the stupid level we get. But most people, when they see what happens, they go vegan.
Yeah, you know, it's surprising how many people come up with the plants feel pain. Like, how many times have you got to debunk plants feel pain, crop deaths, and all that other nonsense? Like, we are talking about life and death for these individuals. On this live stream today, you will see animals taking their last walk into a lairage to be killed. That's the severity of it for them. Now, I'm stood here, and I can see, hear, and smell everything that's going on there. And I'm here witnessing firsthand animals being walked to their death. So then when someone says grass feels pain, it sounds stupid, all right? And if you were stood here in front of these gates as well, I don't think plants feel pain would come to your vocabulary or into your mind.
Renee, thank you so much for your kind super thanks again.
Thank you, Renee.
So kind of you. But if the level of your own pleasure was a justification, then Dharma had a better one because his wasn't enjoyed regularly, so it created more serotonin than for you eating meat for the trillionth time.
Yeah, exactly. You can't argue with that. Absolutely. And this is it, right? What Rene's doing here is he's just being consistent with logic, and he's just putting that consistency in different scenarios, and he's taking the troll's logic and then applying it to this scenario consistently. Now, when you hear that logic applied to a different scenario consistently, it sounds crazy. It sounds mental, but it's just being consistent. All being vegan is just being consistent with your ethics and your morals. One of you are vegan, guys, in that chat. 2 of you are not vegan, but you're open to that conversation. 3 of you don't care about animals. 1, 2, or 3. Double tap the screen. We need 200 likes in this stream before the next truck comes. I can still smell where they're stabbing animals to death behind me. Every time the wind blows, I get a waft of their insides. It smells like metallic, iron, horrible guts, death. It smells horrific behind me right now. The gate that you can see on your screen is the gate to hell for these animals. They go through here to die. Once they pass this line, there's no escape. If they do get out of the slaughterhouse, they get captured by the cattle grid, they get dragged back in. This is an absolute horror show for them. Please be vegan, they need you to. Let me swap back over with Mel.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well done, you're doing great.
Thank you. All right, guys, let's put some green hearts in the comment section for the animals. If you're vegan, let's put red hearts in the comment section. If you're open-minded, but you're not vegan yet, and let's put black hearts in the comment section. If you are those people who are stupid, and you are those animal farmers, or you're people who love abuse and murder, that's when I say you're stupid, because you don't have a brain or a heart. So you need help, you need to be locked up, and you need to be contained, because you are not you're not fit for purpose to be living amongst those who are kind and compassionate. Nobody should be a victim of someone who is not fit for purpose, who is out freely around other people. These same animal farmers, you know, who kill animals, who force pregnation on animals, who take children away, are walking around your children, you know. When you're around in the streets, there could be an animal farmer there who is abusing and oppressing childlike beings, and your children are around these people, okay? Let's get rid of them. Boycott the industries that kill animals. Boycott the industries that use animals in any which way. Whether that's for shoes, mine are obviously vegan, but there's skins in there. Where you see those skins to the right that go in to this big orange container, they were the skins of somebody. They were the skins of those childlike beings in there. And if you look down on your shoes right now, if you're not vegan, you're wearing someone's skin. That's horrific, right? That's like the start of a monster story.
My too. Here's a question for you, if you want to answer it. It's another standard one.
Yeah.
When produce stocks runs out, what would you eat? You never answer this. I wonder why.
Produce? You mean plants and stuff, yeah? Because animals are not produce, if that's what you're referring to. So yeah, when produce runs out, it's going to turn into a massive war, right? Because we're going to be fighting over plants, okay? Because without plants in the world, you wouldn't even live. You wouldn't even be here, okay? Without plants. If plants weren't here, civilization collapsed, okay? You don't need to eat animals. You don't need to oppress animals. Whereas there's lack of any sort of justification.
I think that they're meaning there's not enough room to grow the plants.
To grow
there's
the
not
plants?
enough plants. We can't have enough plants for us all to survive, basically, was their question.
Okay, yeah, all right, so that's a bit more of a better question. So, there is currently, okay, now people struggle with this maths, 90 billion animals, so that's like this much, okay? 90 billion land animals forced into existence who eat plants. There's 9 billion humans, okay? So the difference for visual is like this. Farm animals outdo humans, the human population, by 10, okay? We already have enough plants to feed the world over and over and over, to solve world hunger, okay? But they're being given to the animals who are forced into existence to get 11% of your calories, okay? Like, that's backwards, right? We're using all this farmland, all the earth's land, to feed the animals who you're then killing and murdering, oppressing and using for a small amount back. When you could just go and eat the plants yourself, stop oppressing the animals and live vegan. It's so easy. But what if these animals were human children or human adults or whoever, human, and we were like, oh, there's not going to be enough plants to feed us all. So what we'll do, we'll take anyone in a blue cap and red trousers and we're going to farm them. We're going to force them into existence and their children, and we're going to use them, oppress them, force them in slaughterhouses. We're going to probably breed like 10 times the human population for farming. What a weirdo.
Makes you laugh, but people do that with their business all over their van. Like,
I know. They don't realise they're on camera.
Thumbs up from that lady there.
Oh.
The same troll, by the way, but my calories come from Pepsi Cola. That's vegan, you idiot.
That's fine. If your calories come from Pepsi Cola, you carry on. I don't care.
My too might be vegan.
I don't care like what you're eating, as long as you're not eating someone and as long as you're not oppressing someone else for like a products like milk, cheese, dairy, eggs, leather, wool. You can shower in Pepsi if you like. I don't care. You can eat Pepsi and chips for the rest of your life. I don't care. That's your personal choice. But if you're not vegan, it's not a personal choice. You have a direct victim. You're a direct victim in there being murdered, okay? Dairy cows. They're not dairy cows, they're mothers. That's the dairy industry. They've been called dairy cows because of the industry. Because of the industry. Forcible impregnation on the dairy cows. Forcible impregnation on those mother pigs, okay? Forcible impregnation on those lambs, those chickens. Every single animal has forced into existence. It's not an accident. It's not consenting. It's forced, okay? It's hell for the animals. Their babies are forced into existence and murdered, and so is the mums and the parents. Yep.
Where can people see animal aids investigations?
Yes, so
reports?
good question. So at this facility, they actually have major breaches. Animal Aids have done a report on their site. Check it out, animalaid.org. It's in the 3 dots in the corner of this live stream. Click that, go on to Animal Aid and find it yourself. ABP, if you search it in the campaigns bar, you'll find what's been happening in this facility. You'll find it there, okay? So we're here in the collaboration with Animal Aid today to use those breaches as a crowbar to apply pressure to the industry, to tell people the reality, but we don't stop there, okay? We're not here for welfare, we're completely abolitionists. This should be abolished. There is no right way to do the wrong thing. There is no right way if someone took you and oppressed you, forced pregnation on you, took your child away, used you for testing, maybe took away everything that you have as your identity and put a number on you. There is no right way to do this, okay? Every animal that goes in here, they have a number, okay? They are not a number. They are an individual just like you and I. We have given them numbers. Our species, our absolute horrible species, some of us, have done this to the animals, given them numbers, just like, in my opinion, slaves. Then they send them to a slaughterhouse to be murdered. They send them in this place to be murdered. They rip their skin off them, most of the time alive. David's here, he's a 40-year-old vegan. He's an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. Dairy cows go to slaughter, pregnant. He's witnessed the mother cow hanging up on the kill line, being stabbed in the throat, her baby being taken out of her stomach, okay? And her skin being ripped off her face while she's still alive. That's what happens to them in here. If you're not vegan, you are paying for this absolute it's horrible. It's absolute hell. It's hell. And behind me, those animals have gone in there today. We've just looked into the eyes of animals who are about to close their eyes for the very last time in the most horrific way, stabbed, being decapitated. They're going to choke on their own blood. They're going to throw up through a hole in their body. For what? A sandwich that you don't even need. Breast milk that you don't even need. It's not for you. It's their bodies, not yours. It's their milk, not yours, and their babies and their skins. Everything that they have should be theirs, and we take everything away from them, including their lives. What are we as a species? What are we? Don't be the monsters to the animals. Be vegan. It's a non-action. It's not a big deal. It's a non-action. Normal people are vegan. You just don't pay for the oppression of animals. please double tap the screen. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Number 1 in the chat if you are vegan. Number 2, sorry, if you are open-minded but you're not vegan yet. Number 3, if you're either an animal farmer or people who love to abuse and oppress animals.
Just want to say thank you to every single vegan who's been in this chat today and who has defended the animals with us. You're all absolute legends. These live streams are a success because of you being in there, because of you being in there in the waiting room, commenting in the waiting room before these lives start. You get these lives going and it gives it the springboard so that the world can see the animals and we get change for them. So thank you all so, so much.
Yeah, guys, please watch Dominion on YouTube because it's really important. Anyone in the life who's not vegan yet, please take an hour of your time, watch it, see the realities. It will change your life, but most of all, it will change the animals' lives. No one regrets watching Dominion. The only thing people say is that they wish they saw it sooner. Thank you so much for being in the live, and we'll see you on the next stream.